Warner Brothers Discovery is a very programmatic forward business. We lean into programmatic transactions for a variety of reasons. We like the diversity of demand. We like the opportunity for buyers to be able to really lean into our supply. We love the automation. It helps drive some operational efficiencies on our side. And what we've seen as we adopt more and more programmatic is that we can get the benefit of executing out on our guaranteed direct, particularly on like a live sporting events where we have a direct sold presence. We have advertisers who have asked for presence on certain sporting events, but then we can also take advantage of the peaks of live events and fill those with programmatic demand. We like to give programmatic the best shot possible. So we are very much of a no-gate shop. We like to be easy to work with, and what we've seen is the numbers have proven out our success. In that, I know the Freewheel data said about 38%. I think for Warner Brothers, it's a little bit higher, closer to 45% of our demand is programmatic, including on our live footprint. And we are able to really enable advertisers to match against the users that they want in the moment, particularly in those peak events or those high engagement events like an NBA game, or an NBA playoffs game, or a breaking news event.
It seems like there's quite a lot that's been evolved. What's holding back further evolution of programmatic in television?
I would love to see the industry evolve on, or to continue to evolve on, how we can enable more sensitive demand against sensitive content. And the one that's coming to mind for us right now is political, because we are in the middle of political season and we do have a news network. And so there's a lot of interest in political demand on our news network. But of course we have sensitivities around what we're going to run there. So finding a way to enable that demand to transact while keeping our brand safety in place and making sure that we're compliant with local laws, there's an opportunity there for all the tech partners in the ecosystem to innovate and help reduce some of the friction in those transactions.
You mentioned about the sensitivity politically. What about the opportunity to serve as addressably?
I mean, I think that's what makes programmatic great, right? Because then instead of just blanketing a particular channel with a political ad, you can actually target the users that you want. So there's a huge opportunity there. It's balancing it out with messaging that we feel is appropriate for our brand. And that's where it does get a little bit sensitive, in that we want to drive those matches. We want advertising to be relevant to our customers, to our end viewers, because that's when it drives value both for them as well as for the advertisers themselves. If you serve an ad to a person and that ad is actually relevant to them, is useful to them, you are adding something to their day, you're also driving better ROI for your advertiser. The difficulty comes in when there are advertisers that want to purchase supply that the messaging is maybe not in line with some of the values that we have as an organization.
How has the expectations of the buy side changed? I mean, I know you're not on the sales side, but you're certainly tied into it. How has it changed?
I definitely feel like the buy side has leaned into automation more so than they have in the past. And with that comes a desire to control more of the decision of where their spend is going. And what I mean by that is, like, we'll do a non-guaranteed buy with a buyer, which is different from what we've done in the past. In the past, it was always a guarantee, and we knew they purchased 1 million impressions, they were going to deliver 1 million impressions. Now, there's more interest in doing non-guaranteed spend so that they can find the users that they want, and that becomes a little bit more of a challenge for us in terms of how we can forecast and pace across the whole of our advertisers when less of the budgets are guaranteed.